Hello, everybody. It's great to be here, Melbourne Boat Show. It is absolutely firing. We've been wandering around a fair bit this afternoon.
There's a bit going on.
There is a lot going on. Some of it above our sort of pay grade ads. Not sure what we're looking at half the time.
Yeah, window shopping.
We absolutely. My name's Luke McCredden. This is Adam Ring, and we produce and host and look at this right behind us, a podcast called The Deep Drop. Now, I do get troubled and stuck sometimes, ads, because we get asked a lot, what's a deep drop about? You know, explain what it means, what's it all about. And do you know what I do every time? Adam, what's it about?
The beauty of what we do, Luke, is we don't even know what our own podcast is about. So, and that's the point. The good thing about what we do in the industry that you and I live in, Luke, is that it's always changing. There's a heap of questions that don't necessarily have a definitive answer. And that's where you and I come in. So sometimes the fishing's not so great. You and I have had plenty of these, probably more than the really good ones. And that's when all the weird and wonderful questions start creeping up. We may not be able to answer them, but the point is that we hope to be able to spread enough information that you can make your own mind up on the answer.
Yes.
Because when all else fails, we just make a whole heap of stuff up.
We just make it up. But we get a lot of engagement from Instagram and people listening on Spotify or wherever they choose to listen, and that is what we kind of hang out on. We rely on getting the feedback, which is awesome. So, Ads, I thought today, given that we are recording an episode, we are recording, so if anyone wants to shout out and be silly, we encourage it,
we
embrace
it.
But I just thought, we're at the boat show, so it'd be silly not to talk about boats.
It's probably the most intelligent decision we've ever made on this podcast.
That's one of the smarter things I've said in 50-odd episodes. But what I thought we'd do is, I think to kick it off, there's always been conversation, there's always been commentary around boat ramp etiquette. Now, anyone here who's got half an interest in a boat, has ever been to a boat ramp, knows it can be a pretty tough time, testing time.
It can be.
And we've always heard all the things about, turn your lights off when you're reversing down if it's dark. Don't do the straps and all the bits.
The common knowledge stuff.
Things. I think there's more to it.
There's heaps more to it.
And I don't think it gets spoken about much.
It doesn't, and that's where we come into play.
We're doing it. So I'm going to kick off and throw to you because, and anyone here who owns a boat and has been in this situation can yell out. But Ads, I think there's a rule that needs to be put in place, whether it's on paper or not. No small talk. If you're there watching and other people are reversing their trailers down and doing their thing, they don't want to chat.
No. And there's so much time based around that event that you can ask, how did you go?
Yep.
Look in the bucket. Oh, not bad. Where'd you get them? It's not at the boat ramp. Because when you've got an attention span like I do, with too much stuff going on, it's the little things that start to get forgotten.
Yep.
And you just don't need to have those conversations when you're trying to get the boat in the water.
It's also time of year, Ads, being aware. Right now, as we know, there's boat ramps all around Western Port and Port Phillip Bay that are just chockers on a nice day. Because it's a great time of year to go fishing. There's snapper, there's tuna, there's all sorts of great stuff. No small talk. Let them do what they're there to do and move on, and you can catch up with them later.
Resist the urge.
Yep.
And wait.
What about the people that are in charge of taking the car and trailer once the boat's been launched back up into a car park? I've seen it. I've been a part of it. There's too much mucking around.
Well, I guess that's probably the common theme of what we're talking about when it comes to boat ramps and using them, especially on those busy days.
Yeah.
There's just no time for mucking around. And I must admit, I'll put my hand up. I'm the first. I hate that job. Moving the trailer from ramp to car park, I hate it.
Seems simple.
Hate it.
More to it. Don't fix your hair and do sunscreen there. No. Get back on the boat and get moving.
Yeah, just get out of there.
I've got another one, and this could be a bit controversial. What are we doing with jet skis on boat ramps?
Oh, that's an easy one, Luke. It's an easy one, and I don't think it's quite controversial unless you're the owner of a jet ski.
Yep.
And the rule's pretty simple. Just wait.
So jet skis have to...
Just wait.
Well, what about those busy mornings at Patterson?
Just wait.
Wow. Okay.
Just wait.
I'd put it out there.
Well, okay, it probably poses...
I don't hate it, but...
it probably poses a different question.
Yeah.
Do we need... It's hard enough with the boat ramps that we've got, right? We've outgrown facilities, let's be real.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes at the moment to get those boat ramps modernised, more parking, smoother run, all that sort of stuff. That's great. Do we need separate places for jet skis?
Yep. Oh, well. Well, I mean, there's kayak sort of launching facilities now at a lot of boat ramps.
Is there?
Yeah.
What, the beach?
No, there's proper facilities. I'm just thinking, I don't want to, we don't want silos here, but kind of do in a way.
Yeah. I'm all for sharing the facilities, but
I'm also conscious of having something thrown at me from someone who is a jet skier and it might be walking past. But anyway, that's one of those things. I do have something that this is visceral. I just think every time I'm at a ramp, a lot of the good ramps around have cleaning tables.
Yes.
Which is great, and hopefully, you get to use them because it means you've caught fish. I want to pose something to you and anyone who's involved in setting up boat ramps around the state. I would like to see a no-talk zone.
Ooh.
And what I mean by that is...
The ring of silence.
The ring of silence around the cleaning facility. Now, hear me out. You've been there. A lot of people here have been there. When you get in from a day and you've got some fish, even if it's just a couple, you just want to get in there, clean them up and be on your way. You don't need old mate going, oh, where did you get that from, mate? Nice one.
Yeah, listen, I'll pay it. I'll pay it for a major reason. I know after a successful day's fishing, the last thing I want to do is get back and spend another 2 hours at the ramp filleting fish.
It goes into that no small talk whole conversation.
Yeah.
It's a broader picture.
Yeah.
But what about also
I think we're sort of giving the people an insight into our mindset on a day-to-day basis.
It's a troubling mindset at times. But what about even the judgmental side of it? Like, I'm not the greatest fish filleter in the world, far from it.
No, but I always blame it on I can't be bothered with this, I'm tired and I'm over it.
Yeah, but when there's the eyes over the shoulder going, oh, you're doing it that way, aren't you?
Yeah.
I don't want that in my life. I don't need that. No one needs it.
I'll pay it.
So just a nice,
Yeah.
marked out area where if you step over that...
Yeah, I don't mind a little bit of, nice catch, boys, well done, but don't...
A bit of encouragement.
Don't hang around.
Anyway, all right, last one on boat ramps, and I think this is just very broad, but it is ultimately at the boat ramp. And we've brought this up on the Deep Drop before, not long ago. We got some amazing feedback from them. There's some people here that we've run into that have shared their excitement on the feedback, but how long are we waiting at the boat ramp for your mate?
$1 million question. I think this is the question.
Yeah.
Because we've just been through how busy a boat ramp can get, especially this time of year as we head into snapper season. What did we come up with when we tackled this on the podcast?
I think you were pretty harsh from memory, but I think the more important thing here is that the people that jumped on across Instagram and so forth gave their feedback, which was sensational.
Yeah.
There was some really brutal... No,
not at
if
all.
you're not there...
No.
I've had the time to put the boat in at said arranged time.
I think I'm closer to not waiting at all than I am anything else.
One of the things we did touch on was the no-call situation. If you haven't...
Yeah.
If you
that's
haven't-
an automatic just leave, you're out.
Because the example at the time was I'd just had that experience up in Queensland where one of the people made no effort to call or a text saying, I'm going to be late, can you hang around 5 minutes? So the skipper said, stuff him, we're gone.
out.
Yeah.
I get it.
I didn't mind it. I
get
was
it.
happy to hit the water. I just wanted to go fishing. Just be better.
Yeah, be better.
All right. Well, I mean, that's boat ramp stuff, and there's a million different things to unpack with boat ramps. But there are a few things I don't think get spoken about enough. So one of the other, in that same sort of category that I think we need to address, there's some stuff on water that probably doesn't get enough attention as far as, you know what I mean? So I'm calling it on-water housekeeping.
Yeah, okay. All right, I'm all ears.
Yeah, so when you're on the boat and everyone's gone to the effort of launching the boat, you're actually out there, you're fishing. Is it fair? And I'm not necessarily, I'm a bit on the fence, but I want your opinion and people out there listening, anyone here today, is it my boat, my rules?
Oh, I think 100%.
Is that how it works?
It can't really be any other way because you know the boat.
Yeah.
You're providing the services for whoever that you may be taking out. Isn't that just...
Yeah, but
a
I
bit
think
of common courtesy.
To break it down though, rather than just rules about legalities. Life jackets here. If this I'm talking about
which no one ever says anyway.
I'm talking about you're in my spot.
Yeah.
Like move.
Yeah. No. Fair.
Like the rod racks are set up a certain way. You wait until I'm set up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well then what's your thoughts on say you would have taken me out, all right?
Yeah.
I wind a reel with my left hand.
Yeah.
If I don't bring my own stuff, which we'll get to because I'm not
that's a
really
thing.
in that thing, but if I was to not bring my own, say you pick me up last minute,
Yep.
am I allowed to change the
No.
hand? Not even just one?
I'm being harsh with that. Deal with it. We've all been there.
We have.
All right. What about? This could be a. What about the toilet situation, Hans? Just in general. I mean, it's always a bit of a thing. Like we've all been in the situation where something's come up and you just sort of need to do your thing. I mean, it's pretty simple for guys.
Are we talking number ones or number twos?
Well, let's break it down. What do you reckon though? Like, I mean, it's always awkward if it's not your own boat or you're in your comfort zone.
Well,
or
it's
something.
a little bit easier for men, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think a healthy respect for what's going on, and there's the obvious rookie mistakes. I mean, don't stand into the wind.
Into the wind. No one wants that.
Sorry, that's-
No one wants that or needs that.
No, and
Yeah.
and the gunnels don't need that either.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think get out of the way. Like, don't parade it up in the back corner of
Are
the
you
boat.
announcing it? Are you saying this is what I need to do? Guys, just give me some space? Or are you just sort of like, you know what, we're here?
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough.
And the alternative,
It's tough.
the alternative is a real tough one.
The number twos. That's an easy one for me. Hold it.
Oh. And if it gets...
No one needs to experience that.
No.
No one.
But what if it's...
It's
crucial?
like it's happening.
It's happening. Code Brown.
Like, I don't know. Just get up the front somewhere away from everyone.
Okay.
It's
Or in the water?
tough.
I've experienced.
I've
Or
experienced
not
that.
me,
I haven't
but
done
I've
it. I've
witnessed.
been on the boat.
Same.
That's just as grim as a bucket.
That's a mess. I don't want to be a part of that.
Because you're always anchored into the current. There's only one way that it's going, Luke, and everyone's going to see it.
Burley? No. Okay, what about, and this one's huge. We've covered eating and
Yes.
food in boats before. This
have.
one's big, right?
Yep.
And I'm big on this. I know you are.
Yep.
I think we've probably had arguments on boats. Maybe. If you don't bring it, don't open it.
Why are we even talking about it?
Well, I just think it needs to be addressed. I don't think like I said, we all know the rules, we know the boat ramp etiquette, we all know that. But there's things that haven't been addressed. That's one of them.
True. Well,
There are rules to this. in my
there are,
opinion.
and by unanimous decision by
Yeah.
you and I
Yeah.
on this podcast, barbecue shapes with it.
Well, barbecue shapes are the best.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to Shapes.
Not disputed.
No, we're not sponsored, by the way.
So you say
Yet.
if I jump on your boat and you bring the shapes,
Yeah.
I can't open them.
No, absolutely not.
But even on your boat, if I bring the shapes on your boat,
Yeah, you can open them.
but you can't.
I can. Now, this is okay.
Okay.
So this is what we're saying is let's round this out. If I'm the skipper,
Yep.
you bring food on board, you can open it. Cool. Whenever you're ready. If I bring the food, I'm the skipper. You can't open my food that I've brought until
Unprompted.
No.
No, I agree.
Yeah. However, if I'm the skipper, you've brought food on, I can open it. It's my boat, my rules.
I think I'm in.
Yeah. That makes sense,
I think
right?
I'm in.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, I think I'm in.
Yeah. Because it's tempting.
So we can. All I'm getting out of this conversation is we can still fish together. We understand the rules.
We understand the rules, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't,
Yeah.
it's going to be awkward.
Well,
Don't even think about popping that box of shapes, my friend.
I don't want to have to see slapped shapes exit the boat.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I'm not an idiot.
Oh,
Shapes.
well, how badly do you
unless
want to
they're-
enforce the rules?
Unless they're chicken
crimpy
crimpies or-
chicken.
And the other one, I suppose, that you've touched on already is about the gear.
Yeah.
This is a big one, actually.
Yeah.
Bring your own stuff.
Well, I thought I was 100% sold on this. Bring your own gear. But what if you were taking out someone who doesn't fish?
No. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. We need to refine that a bit.
Yeah.
Definitely supply gear, do all that. Look after said gear. So if I'm
Yeah.
providing you with some gear
Common sense.
because you don't have
Common sense.
jig rods and we're going jigging, it's up to you then to look after that. And not just talking about
Well, look
making
after
sure they
it
don't
like
get
it's your
broken.
own.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but also to the point where if you're in all sorts and you're snagged and you've busted off and your braid's gone to messed up, that's on you to fix that. Just because it's mine, it's been under your guys all day, you're responsible.
I'll go harsh but fair. Harsh but fair. It's tough. It's tough.
Tangles, re-rigs, tie knots. Don't come on my boat and then start asking me to tie knots for you.
Oh, especially in your own gear. But if they're
Unless they're
borrowing
beginners.
your gear,
Yeah,
as
I
in
don't know.
like...
I feel
Yeah,
like
no, that's easy though, because we've already established that we have to respect each other's side of the boat.
yeah.
So if you're in a position where you have to do the rigging for the person that's busted off,
Yeah.
it's easy. Half-assed everything. No leaders, braid to hooks. Like,
Where are you at with braid to hooks?
nah, solid
I know
no.
some and
Solid no.
I know some very people who are very good at their craft in the freshwater native scene who do braid to hooks.
I hate it. I can't wrap my head around it.
I just feel like it's an absolute no. But
I won't even tie the braid straight directly to a swivel and then have my mono after that. I've got mono running over the braid back onto the rear.
my theory on all that, and I might be completely wrong by the way, but it's always been
You're not.
braid doesn't get tied to terminal
Nah.
at all. Full stop.
Yeah, I agree. You're not wrong.
Is
Not
there
wrong.
any evidence that that's a bad idea though? Because I think it was just
Probably not, but
Yeah.
you're not wrong.
okay. Well, I mean, prove me. I mean, yeah, it just doesn't seem like it would be worthy of doing. Anyway, how are we off for time, by the way?
Oh, yeah, what do we got? What time are we supposed to wrap it up?
That's all right. We've been on for about 20 minutes. We can wind down and
Yeah.
and cruise off. If anyone is listening, we are going to head over to the Wind Against Tide stand after this, and I think we're jumping on their podcast.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we'll have another crack at it.
Fill them full of rubbish as well. But that is a great point. Thank you very much.
Hold my mic.
Yes. Why?
Oh, is that going to get
No.
feedback?
It's
Well,
no. Why did you bring that up? Oh no, it's a fair call. It gets brought up a lot. For anyone who doesn't really know what we're talking about, Adam has been an advocate for tournament shirts. Early on in the deep drop history, we did talk about we're at the point where tournament shirts should be banned. Ads is rocking it. He actually planned to wear this straight off the bat today, and I fought black and blue, but here he is. Wow. Do you know what? That's not even that bad. That's not that loud.
do you know why it's not bad?
Yeah.
Because I work for the company.
Exactly. That's a fair call. It's loud, but it's not
It's
disgustingly
not.
loud.
It's not one of the more offensive ones.
No, it's not like a
It's
graphic,
It's loud enough.
but it's
though.
not like a graphic designer's thrown up on it.
No, and there's not fish species. Are we done with the fish species ones? You reckon?
You
Or
know,
is even this too much? Yeah.
takes.
No, and I'm with you because I think I spoke pretty loudly on the podcast.
You
I thought these were done and dusted,
But then you've rolled up.
and then I just stumbled into working for a company. I got to try and sell them.
Amazing.
But yeah, I think we're done with the fish ones.
The big,
Yeah,
you know,
I'm
the
with,
big
I'm
fit,
with you.
yeah.
And even this is too much. Yeah, too much.
Oh, now, wow.
I have, but I
Gloves.
didn't bring them.
Don't even. Okay, another thing we've established on the show was gloves for sun protection, 100%. Great move.
Yeah.
Gloves for things like catching snapper? No. Thank you,
Yeah.
sir. Thank you.
We need to get this guy on.
Well, I've got a stubby
He knows
holder.
what's up.
Hang around. I've got stubby. We've got stubby holders.
holders.
You need to. Thank you. What's your name? Michael. Good on you, Michael. I mean, you are speaking the deep drop
Exactly.
language
Well, you've
right now.
validated everything we've been talking about, and
Oh,
we're
what-
happy.
I wasn't sure about you at the start when you encouraged him with the tournament shirt, but you're back. I've got your back. This is great. Gloves, wow. I mean, because we okayed it for things like GT fishing and, you know, the things where you're quite literally getting blisters on your hands.
Yeah.
We've seen...
I still don't even know how I feel about sun gloves.
Well,
Sunscreen?
we encourage protection from the sun.
Sunscreen.
Yeah. There is some... Yeah, okay.
And the good stuff, 50 plus.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't want, you know...
No.
There's a lot of nasties out there. But you could... What about the shirts with the hoods? It's a thumbs
What,
up.
like this one?
Oh, you've got a hood. Jesus. You do
Wait.
too. Oh, and the buff. That is, if you had gloves on right now,
That's next level.
that's unbelievable. Wow. Caitlin, can you get a photo of this on stage? Part of me just wants... This is incredible.
This,
Yeah, we need evidence that this has happened.
This is no good.
But do you know what? And
Nothing positive has come out of this.
we have recently, and you've done a business plug, so I want to just quickly do one because there are some shirts coming out now in good material, hoods, but are cool.
Yeah, and
So branded and I want to throw it out there that there's a range now that is out there called Gills. Gills gear is cool.
I haven't heard of this.
Not just because I was wearing it on a boat the other day with Lee doing some filming, but it's not loud and offensive.
Is it that silky?
Yeah, it's that sort of stuff.
Because I've got a couple that aren't. They're like a normal t-shirt material,
No.
but still UPF.
Yeah, no, these have got
50 or whatever.
that silky sort of feel.
Yeah.
And the hood. I haven't worn the hood, but
does
the
it have a
buff? Jeez.
lift? Come on, Gills, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, lift.
No. We'll be making sure product development knows not to do a buff. But I reckon, that's a good wrap up. So I think the boat stuff that we've touched on, let's get more vocal about some of the non-spoken about.
Yeah, let's just cut the small talk.
Boat ramp etiquette.
That's probably, if you don't get anything out of any of the rubbish that we've dribbled for the last 30 minutes here anyway, just the small talk, keep it to a...
Small talk, now. If people are cleaning their fish, just give them space.
Yeah. Catch them when they're done.
Newsflash, they actually don't want to talk to you. Jet skis.
Just wait.
Does anyone here own a jet ski? Good.
We're safe.
So yeah, I think that we've covered that.
Yeah, come.
On boat housekeeping, don't touch food unless you've brought it.
Yep.
And if it's barbecue shapes, be respectful because they are the greatest boat food.
If it's not over the side,
well, I don't know about it. It sits head and shoulders above everything else. And then tournament shirts. Thank you, Michael, very much for that feedback because you're absolutely right. Adam looks like a dick.
Correct.
And the gloves. Totally agree. Sun protection, though, we 100% encourage that. So that's us. We're wrapping up. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, everyone, for listening because this is a recorded. Michael, you're going to be on the podcast, so you can listen in a couple of days' time and put a stubby in that stubby holder of yours and neck it. No. But yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, everyone playing along at home. Great stuff. My name's Luke. This is Adam. We are the Deep Drop. We'll see you again. If you haven't listened to it yet, jump on Spotify or your favourite podcast app and have a listen. And we've been through it.
There's 50 odd episodes to try and work it out because we're still trying.
But that's what it's all about. So thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you.